Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Left brain thinking doesn't solve relationship issues. And this is very key because one of the things I'm seeing is that you have many content creators and just regular people on the street. They trying to solve all these relationship issues or trying to figure out why they're going wrong or how come people ain't acting a certain way because they thinking in left brain terms. See, left brain thinking is linear, it's logical, it's rational. Left brain thinking is good when you want to fix something. Left brain thinking is good when you operate in a science experiment. It's good with measurements. It's good for doing things step by step. Okay, that's great. Anyone who's actually been in a relationship will tell you the logic goes out the door. Let's be real. And let's just be real on something, because a lot of guys will always point out that women are emotional, but they do have a bit of rational thinking to them. And men are more rational, but men have a bit of emotion. And trust me, that's the part. See, if you're talking about relationships, it's not just a linear thing. If it was, I would not be talking about it now. If it was, we wouldn't have the issues with relationships. If it was, hey, women would get with the right guy, men would get with the right women. If it was all these steps, and I got to call out, I ain't gonna call any names because so many content creators do it, but they'll say, hey, take these 4 steps, you'll get this woman. Take these 12 steps or 9 steps or something, you'll get this woman. 99% of women will react if you say this. No, it don't. Because I want to see, let's put it like this. Anybody who tells you that, put them in a room with 100 women and see if 99 respond to what they're saying. No, I'm dead serious. If somebody say, if you do this, 99% of women, I want to give you some. Yeah, that's some logic. Well, part of it's some bullshit, but that's how someone thinking if it's on some logical, rational, scientific type of thing. But it don't happen like that. Like I said, if someone tells you that, say, oh, okay. So if I get 100 women together and put you in the room with them, you get 99 of them. Yeah, okay. I want to see that happen. Shoot, I'm ready. I'm waiting to see that happen for like obvious players. I'm waiting to see that happen. At best, you get most, and they probably like you for something that has nothing to do with whatever technique you're using. You might be thinking you're using a technique, and she like your shoes. You might be thinking you're using some technique, and she like your smile. See, one of the things, and this is especially with women, but a certain type of man who I'm gonna get into in a second, who has it, and it's why these types of men tend to actually do well with women. But women, they looking at the whole picture. They are, as a group, are more right brain. Right brain looks at everything, not just what's the words coming out your mouth, but they looking at the intuitive side. They looking at the whole picture. It's holistic. That's just how they are. When women will tell anybody who's been around women to say it. Like men, we just focus on one thing. We see a woman, we see she got nice breastises, a pretty face, big butt. Shoot, we good to go. Women, they looking at your body, they looking at your face, your haircut, they looking at your nails, they listening to the tone of your voice, they looking at the clothes you got on, and quite frankly, they looking at where you might be living. They looking at everything, the tone of your voice, circumstances where you at. And those just the ones I know about. Women, and I always joke with women about it. I say, I know y'all got some stuff y'all don't tell us about, and women always say, yeah. And then they have something. Like, how many times have we seen a woman liking a man or showing interest in a man? You can't figure it out as a man. Shit, she might not can figure it out as a woman. If she's trying to think about it logically, but she be like, something about his smile. And he got crooked teeth, but she just like it. That's right brain. And let's be clear on something. It's not a stupid thing. It's just everything has a use. Now, I say there are certain type of men who can tap into that. Any man who's creative, who's a writer, who is an artist, a musician. If you think about it, as a group, musicians, artists, writers, poets, any man who does something in the creative field, as a group, There are exceptions, of course, because, well, it's not science. But as a group, tend to do well with women. In fact, it's not an accident so many players have something. You know, on the, like, I record these early, right? Last night, I was on a IG Live with Resell Black, shout him out. Mr. Lucario, shout him out. And Afi Kingdom. And I'm going to tell you what, you had 4 creative people. You had 4 creative men who aren't complaining about women. Mr. Lucario, he's a rapper. You know, he got some music out. He got his beats out. Afi Kingdom, I mean, he's a visual artist. I've seen some sculpture by him, and he got 30-something books, or 25 to 30 books. My nephew got so many books. I'm like, damn. But that's creativity. That's creativity. I'm a writer, and some people have read my works of fiction. If I had my druthers, all I would be doing is works of fiction. So it's not as obvious with me, but writing is still a creativity. Writing. And I've met other writers. I've met poets. Oh man, poets. They get up there. You're the queen of the universe. Just so beautiful. The nectar that flows from you. And the girls be like, oh, oh, oh. But it's creativity. Because it taps into, well, one, it taps into the emotion. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The thing about relationships for men and women, it's an emotional thing. It's not like if it went on logic, we would not have problems. Just think about it. I wish it was like more logical. Everybody does, but it's not. It's not. Is it logical when a woman, she has a guy who's making 6-7 figures, 6-7 figures. And let's throw some other stuff. He's handsome. He's over 6 feet. He's treating her well. He got her living in the best of luxury. And she cheats with some guy who don't equal her husband on any level. And if you seriously ask her, she'll be like, oh, he made me laugh. There's no logic. It's not going to solve it. I'm going to tell you what. One of the things that will really solve the relationship issues is people truly understanding the nature of relations. And see, here's the thing. See, it's not, even when people are relating, they're not going along as robots. Say, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to eat here. We're going to go hang out. Okay, well, it's 10 o'clock. Let's go have sex. I think there might be some couples who try, but it's a flow. It's an energy to it. It's a creative. It's like great jazz. You notice I got jazz playing in the background. I want y'all to think about jazz. Shoot, let me shout out the one who did this piece. It's all about love, Stanley Lewis, jazz musician. Let me shout out Cousin T-Tall. He could roll in some jazz. And you know he's a seducer. It's that creativity. It's that creativity. To write creatively is powerful. Now, this ain't saying every man who gets women is creative, but at the very least, they can relate. It's a relation. It doesn't fall along on some logical thing. You know, as much as I talk about, you know, the big old butt dunk, there's some women I've clicked with, and it wasn't anything logical about it. It really wasn't. It was you just clicked. And that's the thing. But that's a whole other conversation. See, we gotta be real out here. People think, I wish it was a step-by-step. Shoot, that'd make it easier for all of us, but it's not. And the thing is, just accept what it is. It's just relating. So I want y'all to really think about that. I want y'all to think about that. See, ultimately, when we're thinking, you want to work to the point you have a balance of both. Like I said, the left brain stuff, you needed to get shit done. You needed to fix the pipes. It was left brain thinking that helped get this camera, get this equipment. But here's something else. Sometimes making that leap with the left brain thinking requires right brain thinking. So it's not totally useless. It's not totally. And I still think there needs to be a balance, because you really need both. You need to be holistic. That's why I promote being a sovereign man. That's why I promote being thorough. Yeah, you can be that dude who can hit the woman with that poetry, but then you can solve that science equation. But here's the thing. You don't want to use the skills you use to solve the science equation to make a woman back that thing up. Oh, you better be creative. Have that voice tone, everything, and just hit her on such a level. And that's just all it is, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for today. And get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.